Hello YouTube, my name is Rodney. This is my helper number 1, Dean, helper number 2, Anna. They're going to be helping me to do Sterling's Pallet Challenge this year. We're going to start off by tearing down the pallet, of course. I got kind of a short one because we're making a smaller project today. And simple tools we're going to use to tear it apart. I'm going to use a jigsaw on the ends, and then we're going to go with some shaking and a pry bar for the middle nails. So, Anna, you ready? Dean,
hey
you
guys,
ready?
It's me, Anna, and I'm here with my dad and my baby brother, Dean. So cute.
Yep. All right. So, safety first in the garage.
Science classes.
That's right. You get the science classes.
I
Okay.
like running, but it's fun.
Here we go.
Yes.
All right, Dean, it's gonna be loud.
Okay, come on, you put.
There we go. Alright, if you did everything right, this is about what you're looking at right now. Things to point out, we got some nice gaps here. I say nice because in any other project I would freak out at this point, tear it all apart and rebuild it. But in this, they actually look pretty good. I've seen these on the wall already. You should have some relatively nice flush edges here. They're not perfect. Again, it's all the character of the project. So, next we're going to do is cut some end caps here and here. Slide those in, glue them in, nail them together, and this part of it will be done. Alright, this is what you get when you're all done. Shelf will sit, of course, whichever way you want, but it's going to sit like that on the wall, and we're going to make a nice little mounting bracket. So, and don't worry about trying to use any kind of putty on the finishing nails because, or staples, whichever you use, because we're going to take, well, I guess it depends on how you want to finish it. For me, I like to finish these in like a distressed look. Again, it goes with the whole character and rustic look of the board, but you can finish them however you like. Honestly, you could put a nice dark stain on this. It'd probably look pretty good. But in my living room, there's a lot of blue, and the white helps offset all that. All right, now we're going to start on the last piece of this, finishing it up. We've got some white paint. I'll be honest, it's sold. I don't even know what brand it is anymore. In the spirit of recycling and reusing old stuff. Got some super ultra cheap brown spray paint for the base coat. And finish it all off, we got some, hey, I got a brand name on this one, Krylon, some matte finish. You want to go with a matte, not a high gloss, because the high gloss to me just kind of ruins the image of distressed. So we're going to let Anna take over this piece here. Get her to spray on the base coat. Okay, well now that the brown bottom coat has settled, we're going to go ahead and put on the white coat. This coat you want to make sure you lay down really thick and with a good quality paintbrush. Don't try to leave in your distressing now. You're going to do that, apply that with sandpaper later. So, and we'll go over that when we get there. But so Anna is going to help me with this part. She loves painting.
Yep.
She's really good. And we got a brand new brush for this.
Really soft.
Yep, really soft. Just a standard, I think it's a 2.5 inch, a 2-inch flat brush. Alright, nothing special about the paint we're using, but it is paint and primer in one. It goes on a bit thicker, and that's what we want here is just a good, solid, thick coat, because we only typically do one coat on the white, unless it just looks really bad, then we have to go back to the second coat. For this next part, I'm going to take one of our wider boards that we had, and I'm actually going to rip it down to 2 1/4, 2 3/8, probably 2 3/8. And this is going to be for the support board. What you need to do is you need to measure the inner diameter of the back of the shelf. Right here. You need to measure the inner diameter of this. Mine it's 2 1/4 long, so you know, I'm gonna go with 2 3/8, and it's probably gonna be a really tight fit, and I'll just kind of shave it down from there. I guarantee you that the width here is going to be different from the width here, so you're going to want to measure both. Take the shorter of the two, and that's the one you're going to want to go with. It doesn't have to fit perfectly tight, but you do want it to be nice and snug. Otherwise, your shelf will wobble on the wall a little bit. Alright, that piece is done. You don't have to do any finishing to these at all. They're going to be completely hidden. The only finishing I would do would be to remove some of the obvious marks. And it's just because this is going to be an inside shelf. So these markings could be more than just dirt. They could be any kind of chemicals or pallets of dried blood. They could be all kinds of stuff. So I really don't want that in my house. So I always do a good sanding to any board that any piece of pallet wood that's going to make something that goes in my home. Next, you want to take the piece that you cut off of the first one, and we're going to use that to make the supports that go this way. So just kind of lay that down in there. You may have to trim it down a little bit on the width of the board, because, like I said, it's not a perfectly right corner piece all the way through, so a right angled piece. So what I do, just come here, draw a line there, flip this over, do the same thing on this side. Remember, you cannot trust both sides to be exactly the same height. Push them all the way down snug, all the way to the base when you do this. Cut your line there. And then we're going to take this over to the miter saw and cut it out. And then, you see, we got, it's pretty rigid. Okay. Once this is hanging on the wall, take a shelf, slide it on, and there you go. I'm really heavy with my left hand there. So now that all this is done, we'll go ahead and set all this aside, and we're going to move on to distressing this. So you can see, because we didn't put on a really thick coat, we already have some on this side. We already have some distressing going on here, so this is going to end up being my more distressed side. Over here, this is going to be the shelf top. So my shelf's going to sit like this on the wall. So, and we'll do some really good distressing with sandpaper here and all along these edges and corners. The trick to a good distress job is you want it to look erotic. You want it to look erratic. So you don't want to just sit there and sand every single side perfectly. You know, hit it with sand here, hit it with some sand there. Do some on the face and rough blotches. Get around any kind of piece of character like this on the wood. Get around those really good. I got some more little ones over here. Big old knot right there. I'm going to sand the crap out of that. You know, anywhere where there's like a big gap, you want to run your sandpaper really, really good right there with your finger. But we'll go through this and you can see it happen. All right, now for this last part, distressing. What I do is whenever I'm doing sanding, any project that I have to sand, I hang on to any of the sandpaper that may not suit the needs of the project anymore, but is otherwise so that's some good grip on it. I just use that scrap sandpaper for stuff like this. So here I've got some 60 grit. I'm going to start with that to get some of the rougher edges. There we have it. You just want to sand it until you get it how you like it. And just remember, there are always going to be critics that tell you, oh, that's not how you're supposed to distress, or you should have sanded it more in the corners, or you should have made it more even. You know what? Unless they're buying it from you, doesn't matter. I like this. I think it looks good like it is. Nice, natural distressing look. So, at this point, I'm just going to clean off our work surface a little bit here. Set this back down. take that matte finish clear coat we talked about earlier. And you want to run a nice, good clear coat over the whole thing, making sure that all of your tools and glue and paint brushes and everything else are out of the way. Alright, I do a lot of coats of clear coat because that's going to ultimately be the only thing that protects its destroyed look. Tell me I would have said that phrase when I started woodworking. So, anyway, put a lot of coats on. Any clear coat's typically going to dry pretty fast, so we'll come back at this in another 10 minutes or so, and we're going to probably do 3 coats altogether, but same thing, I'm not going to put those on camera. So, anyway, there you have it. Nice distress floating shelf. Next I'll go ahead and put this on my wall off camera and show you what it looks like. Alright, now you can see we have this mounted on the wall. We've applied a level to it. It's nice, everything's nice and level. This is our back plate. All I use is 2 center screws. You can use more depending on how much weight you want to put on the shelf. The other optional is going to be in the bottom of the shelf here. Once we put it up there, you can pre-drill a hole to make it mount straight up underneath this. And that'll keep the shelf from coming off. If you've ever bought one of these at a store, you'll already be familiar with that. So once this is mounted, slide that on, push it flat up against the back of your wall, and there you have it. And that's it. So thanks for watching. Thanks again to Russ and Sterling for the Pallet Upcycle Challenge. It's been a blast, and glad to be a part of it.